Hi, welcome back. Okay, in the previous example, we have created two scenes and then we have created a link between them from the red go to orange screen, orange scene button to the orange scene. Okay, now in our storyboard, what we have here is a scene. Okay, and behind a scene, there are files where we implement code to implement functionality. In this case, the view controller, this scene has a view controller file, which is viewcontroller.h and viewcontroller.m. Alright, the h file is the header file, okay, and the m file is the implementation file, where we implement most of the code. And in the h file, we just do declarations. For example, we declare our properties, outlets, and actions, whereas in the m file, we will actually implement the actions just as we have done in the very first video. First example, where we implement the action to change the message, the text of a label to hello. Okay, now, so what we have is we can actually implement functionality for this scene, okay, using the view controller files here. But for the orange scene, it currently does not have any view controller files yet. So we need to carry on and add some view control files for the orange scene to implement functionality for it. Okay, the reason for doing so is very simple, because in an iPhone app, typically each scene will have its own functionality. Okay, you might have an app which is in one scene it receives it shows a weather report, and in the other scene it might be a calculator or some other function. So in a typical app, different scenes have different functionalities. So we are not just going to navigate to one scene and go back, that's it, right? There has to be complex functionality in all of this. So we start very simply by adding view controller files for the orange scene. So how we do that is, first we go to File, go to New, click on File. Alright, we'll be adding an Objective-C class. Okay, click on Next. Alright, and we will make sure we change the name of this class to Orange. Orange View Controller. Alright, make sure you change the subclass to that of a UI View Controller class. Okay, you can leave these two items unchecked because it's not targeted for iPad, and we do not need another user interface because we have already created the user interface when we have added the orange scene into the canvas. So just click on Next. Okay, and then make sure that you are in the directory of your project file. So click on Create, and there we have it. We have orange view controller.h and orange view controller.m. Okay, so once again, go to the storyboard file, click on the orange scene, and click on this third icon from the left. Now what we have is we have a couple of icons over here. Okay, we click on the third one, and the third one is actually the identity inspector. Okay, where we give we put in the values for the identity of this scene, and under class, okay, click on the down arrow. Okay, we can give it an we will put the class as orange view controller and enter. Okay, so what happens is now these two classes, view controller classes, have been linked to the orange file, and then we can create outlets for the orange scene in its orange view controller. Okay, so how we do that is go to View and go to Assistant Editor and show Assistant Editor. Okay, so if you click on View, Assistant Editor, Show Assistant Editor, it will show you the orange ViewController file. Okay, if you don't get it, if you do not get this result, make sure that when you have selected the view, okay, it's not just selecting the view, but clicking on the black bar to select the entire ViewController. Alright, and after that, in the Identity Inspector, fill in orange ViewController. Okay, so just as what we have done previously to create an outlet, click on the label, drag and click to just over here. Then we will say just give it a name for label, in this case orange label, and then click connect. Okay, then I'll have my label here. You can do so for the red one similarly. Okay, as you click, and then in the assistant editor it will change to the red one. Click, drag, and red label. Okay, so there we have it. This is how we connect our ViewController files to the ViewController themselves.